Over to Kelly. Cincinnati not fouling. Ahead to Walker. 20 seconds to go. The DePaul Blue Demons are going to end their 18-game losing streak, and advance to round 2 of the Big East Championship. Walker off to the left in three-point territory. 8 seconds to go. Can you believe it? The DePaul Blue Demons, 0-18 during the regular season, are going to the second round of the Big East Championship.
Who cares?
Oh, man.
What?
My God.
Zach Zaidman on the call.
Wow, who the hell is he?
Wow.
What would happen if they won the NCAA championship?
Oh, my
Zach Zaidman.
God.
Set himself on fire.
Seriously.
I think it warranted.
Wow.
I think it warranted that kind of excitement. I mean,
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
It did?
0-18. 0-18. No,
Act like you've been there before, King.
Well, they haven't.
I just love hearing the words they've upset the 9th seed.
Well, it was. I mean, it doesn't. It's
Great
true.
on Postich. Over to Kelly. Cincinnati not fouling. Ahead to Walker. 20 seconds to go. The DePaul Blue Demons are going to end their 18-game losing streak.
Who's going to Cincinnati?
The Big East Championship. Walker off to the left in three-point territory. 8 seconds to go. Can you believe it? The DePaul Blue Demons, 0-18 during the regular season,
You win your bet
are
now?
going to the second round of the Big East Championship.
Yes! You win your bet now?
No, he
Take
said
it easy, champ. Why don't you stop talking for a
he
while?
said I don't win the bet.
Okay. Well, what he says
I let the
goes.
King get back to his deal.
Then Zach fell off a horse.
Zach
He was so excited he fell off a horse.
and Lawrence Holmes right back on the horse tomorrow. 10:58 in the morning is the start
At
time.
each other.
Yeah, I would say, but Zach and Lawrence together is still probably less than that horse had to deal with.
Oh, yeah. You could put both of them on that horse, you wouldn't notice.
Seashells, balloons, and Zach Zaidman leading the parade.
And what happens if they beat Providence tomorrow? Could be a thing.
Well, Zach explodes. We know that. I bet there's just New York City drunken revelry tonight.
Top of the key, Tucker uses a Coswell screen, now pops a three, and hits it from the top of the key. What a clutch shot by Dar Tucker. Walker drives left side, kick out for Kelly. 5 to shoot. Kelly, left side pass. Coswell jams it in with both hands. DePaul up by 9. 2:12 to go.
Hey, buddy.
And Bernstein.
He's woozy.
Chicago Sports Radio 670. The Score.
Wow. Wow.
Those highlights, courtesy of good old WSCR Chicago Sports Radio 670. The Score, the overly caffeinated Zach Zaidman.
No, that's not. Caffeine can't do that.
No? What's
No,
beyond that?
That's crystal meth and
Crack!
ephedra
I mean,
and whatever that. I don't know what that is.
First of all,
That's
I was tuning in because I wanted to hear more of the miracle in Manhattan. So we gotta-
mushrooms and mescaline and
Dribbles to the middle off a Coswell screen. Left side pass for Stula. Wide
What's going
open
on,
for
O'Day?
three. Hits again. The three-pointer for Mario Stula in this game. And the Demons are back up top by 3.
They keep leaving them
48-45.
no, it's
doing it all day
when
long?
they cut it to 7 with 20 seconds left. It's over, man.
Well, he'd already declared it over, but he was still waiting for more of the miracle in Manhattan because Cinderella had joined something. I don't know what Cinderella joined. A health club, a spa, came into town, joined briefly with the greatest story in the history of basketball. They beat Cincinnati. Not Cincinnati.
No.
Because you'd never beat Cincinnati. He'd pull out his musket and blow your... Never mind what I was going to say. I mean, Zach...
Are you Jewish?
Yes. See, you're a play-by-play guy. That's why I had to ask you when I came in. I said, what is that? What does this mean? Because I see in my world,
every play-by-play person has to strike a balance between marketing the product and having some
semblance of
sense
self-respect left.
of professional dignity and an ability to appropriately convey the significance. Because what I was always taught was, where do you go from there? There's got to be a place to go from there. And very wise people very early in my play-by-play days said, because I was...
That was a conversation you had with Gus Johnson.
Say,
That's my guy, though.
At some point, there's going to be something more significant than this. Not everything can be all the greatest, most important thing all the time.
And I'm putting this together because we had the miracle on the Hudson.
Right.
And you've got 150 people standing on the wings of an airplane.
That's nothing compared to DePaul beating Cincinnati.
Lavender, fall away. Got it! No, I know that. So that's what oh my God, if they'd beaten Providence,
Well, forget it.
it had been beyond miracle status.
It's the end of college basketball as we know it. They just shut down the whole operation. That's it. I mean, that's like Chaminade and Virginia.
Wow, I just was so confused. And then when it was all over, he was doing his wrap-up, and he said, DePaul, you know, this would be remembered as a team that lost all of its conference games and then came here and beat Cincinnati. No, it won't. No, it won't. It'll be remembered as a giant suck fest of basketball. You're going to remember you beat Cincinnati? What? What? What's he talking about? Keep some dignity about you. Damn it, I'm trying to help young men. I'm trying to steer them in the right direction.
That's not helping. What you call helping and steering is something other.
If you had in your mind today to listen to DePaul and Providence, it was the thing. I don't know what it was. It was just a couple hours of some of the wackiest stuff I've ever heard on the radio. And it's all by one guy. Lawrence is, Lawrence could have been dead and Zach wouldn't have noticed.
But it's in!
He wouldn't have
2
noticed.
seconds left!
It'd take him 3 days to even
The
notice.
ball down 10!
I know, Zach. I guess I should point out that our next game is Thursday
Yes,
at 5
you should.
o'clock. Purdue takes on Connecticut.
Oh,
in
I
that
thought it was
game.
DePaul.
Yeah.
No, DePaul did not make it. The Miracle in Manhattan died, as you guys know.
Oh, yes, it did.
You were really something.
Boy, Zach.
You were really something, man.
Man,
All right, I should point out, because I heard what you guys said. I should point out, you realize DePaul went 0-18 during the regular season.
Well,
It became just
that's the whole point.
Right,
Winning a game is not a miracle, really.
Just playing a close game for DePaul this season was
That's a miracle?
They lost the Big East games by an average of, I think, a little more than 16 points per game. So
That's all right, but Jeannie's got 20 things she's going to use.
20 things.
20 things she's going to use to evaluate Jerry Wainwright.
We need a miracle arbiter to determine what really constitutes a miracle.
well, you know what I'm going to do, Vince?
Actually, doesn't the Vatican have that? I'm not kidding. If I'm not mistaken, all the time there is an office in the Catholic Church that does sort through claims of miracles, and
that's true. Yeah.
It does have to be documented. No,
So submit this, Zach. See if you get any word back
Well,
on
I'll
it.
tell you what I'm going to do. Next year, before they go to New York, I'll make sure that you guys give me a list of things that are okay to say at the end of the month.
Oh, don't be so sensitive. Stop being so sensitive. I would love to be the guy that files frivolous miracle claims to that Vatican office. It's like mundane sports achievements. And you keep sending to this same poor clerk in Rome.
I don't.
It's to the same guy.
It was.
He threw the snowball and it hit the pine cone again.
I let Dan Bernstein decide what was wrong with you because he's a play-by-play man of some note.
Yeah.
And I asked him what he thought of this, and he threw up on himself. So he's my only barometer. I have no idea. I'm not a play-by-play guy. I'm barely a radio guy. I'm barely in any business anymore. I'm ready for for my own little people that come around and humanely destroy you. I'm ready for them.